Well, driving in Gauteng can be quite a complete nightmare. Motorists have to navigate busy intersections with traffic lights. They also have to keep eyes out for taxis anywhere and everywhere, really. And while doing all of this, they have to dodge potholes, which damage cars and may even lead to deadly crashes. Private companies such as Discovery have taken it upon themselves to help fix the roads. And eNCA's Heidi Giokos has more. Joining me this morning to take us through this. Heidi, a very warm good morning to you, colleague. I mean, it seems like it's almost like a new sport, just driving in Johannesburg. If it's not traffic lights not working, it's potholes, it's trying to dodge taxis that are not abiding by the rules of the road. It seems so much, but I understand that Discovery is trying to assist in this regard.
Yes, certainly. And just for context purposes, just driving here to Discovery from the office in Hyde Park, it was a complete nightmare. Most of the roads have potholes. In this particular area here in Roodepoort, you actually have many roads that have been closed off because of damage to the actual road. Before I ask my colleague Mohammed to just show you where we are, I just want to tell you, Tumelo, and our viewers, that I went back to my camera log, and on the 10th of December last year, we were at this exact same spot because the road had been completely washed away and damaged due to those floods that we saw in December. And 6 months later, it's exactly the same, if not worse. It is here in Discovery where you can actually see that the road was completely washed away and it has not been repaired or fixed. You can actually see just further down when my colleague is done showing you these visuals that the grass has even grown on the road because there's been no maintenance or repairing of this particular road, and it seems as though you have some workers who are now trying to clean up the road of the grass and the weeds that have grown on this road because it just hasn't been used for 6 months, and then they will probably start doing some repair. We do know that the MEC for Transport was fully aware of this. This is quite a busy intersection. On my right-hand side where I'm standing at the moment, there is actually a nursery. It's a very busy road. Just further up the road there is a shopping complex. So it's not some quiet road in the suburb that's not being used. It's actually a very busy public road that has now been closed off because of the damage, as you can see. The fact that this has been standing like this for 6 months is rather shocking. I just want to see if I can get my colleague. I'm not sure if he can actually show you, but there is a whole, it is a bit too far to show you, but there's actually a whole barricade, a concrete barricade that has fallen into this part river or water section here. We're just going to ask you to excuse if there were any shaky visuals, just to actually show you this part here. If I remember correctly, Tumelo, when I came here in December, the damage wasn't so severe at this particular part, but you can actually see the whole concrete block has been washed into this area here. We actually do know when we were here in December that you had some residents actually trying to take chances, especially scooters, so that's why they had to get those concrete blocks here. But it's rather frightening to actually stand here and see. We don't know how stable this road actually is, but you can actually see that the rubble has also been washed up here because it's just been sitting like this for 6 months.
So, Heidi, what does that mean then for motorists, for residents? I mean, I can imagine if you have a home just next to where this damage is, it seems like you are forced to take the long way around just to go perhaps to, let's say, for example, a nearby store to buy bread because those roads haven't been fixed. I can imagine the inconvenience on residents as well as drivers who are, used to using this road.
Yes. Tumelo, because all you see is signs saying detour, detour, and you have to turn left, turn right. Area here. It's very fortunate, though, that exactly where the road has been damaged, there's no, or maybe it's unfortunate because Where it has been damaged, there's no actual entrance to. It says detour.
All right. Unfortunately, Heidi, they seem to be having a technical glitch just getting a hold of you and staying consistent with those visuals. Heidi Giokos out in Roodepoort, though, showing us those damaged roads, still not fixed 6 months after initially being damaged. It seems the Transport MEC is aware of it in Gauteng. But the question is, why hasn't anything been done yet? Is there government will? Is it a matter of processes, as we often hear, that there are processes to be followed before a road could be, of course, fixed up? But how long then will it take? Because you can imagine the inconvenience of some of the drivers that use that road, the residents that deserve to have services delivered to them. And now we're seeing, of course, some people out there trying to at least cut off the weeds because they seem to be growing even on the road, the damaged road that we've seen there. But that's Heidi Giokos after us in Roodepoort.